Good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies, and people from all over the world who have joined me in today's live session. This is Hamas Siddiqui, your host from Canada. I bring in these sessions, these live sessions, uh, to my LinkedIn family, and we discuss opportunities on LinkedIn, job search techniques, and how job search dynamics is shaping up in the new norm, and the new norm is expected to stay. I was reading a report by Payoneer, and they said that the e-commerce market has grown by 80% in Q2 and Q3 2020. This shows that things will remain online and uh, will grow. Actually, the opportunities will grow. I was trying to find a an interesting word. The opportunities will grow. Ajmal, thank you very much joining in from Ireland. Um, at this point, thank you for reminding me. I would request everyone who has joined in to share their locations, their city and country from where they're joining in. And in this session, I will also try to um, answer some of your questions. So if you have any questions, please ask. But today's session is about a new data set that LinkedIn has released only last week. And the new data set tells us that the LinkedIn has grown, the membership, the user base has grown from, well, close to early 600,000 to 722,000. So 722,000 people are, well, 700, yeah, 722 people are on LinkedIn at the moment. That's a huge user base. So 100 k people, 100, yeah, a lot of people have been added. So 722k people are on LinkedIn at the moment. The thing is that what these people are doing on LinkedIn. Often anybody, hello Fazan from Dubai, Vinay from India, thank you very much for joining in. Stay with me. The session hopefully will give you some tools and tips and some thought process. So ideally, when a person joins in, the expectations are that you would get a job lead from LinkedIn, or you will be able to find a job opportunity. Now, depending on your location and demography and your skills, you may be able to find those jobs. Now, LinkedIn's data, where they published that there are 722 million people. Oh, I used the wrong number before. 722 million people. So they have added 100 million. 722 million people on LinkedIn. Massive. Hi, Mini from Morocco. Thank you very much for joining in. So well, 72200, well, whatever the big number they have on LinkedIn. Of this number, uh, the users who actually understand how to use LinkedIn is less than 3%. You create a profile. LinkedIn guides you how to create one. You create it, and the profile sits there dormant. So how can these dormant profiles tap into 14 million job opportunities that are available? Well, that was the number that they shoot when they shoot 722 million number last year. 14 million jobs at that point in time available on LinkedIn. Uh, I I I know for the fact that most of these jobs will be in the Western world, particularly in North America. But still, if a couple of million jobs are available elsewhere in the world, that still is a huge number. So, are we tapping into these opportunities? And if not, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with our profile? Why are we not tapping into those opportunities? So, think about it. We have about 10, 11 people joining in. I know it's afternoon in, hello, Augustine from Nigeria. How are you? I'll be talking to Dare tomorrow live Nigeria time 7 p.m. So join in. It will be 1 p.m. Canada Eastern time and 11 p.m. 11:30 p.m. in India, 11 p.m. in Pakistan, and 10 p.m. in UAE and Saudi Arabia. So anybody who is interested in, in joining in that chat with Dare, who is a LinkedIn expert too from Nigeria, please join in tomorrow, Thursday. Um, so the thing is that, if your profile is there and you are not getting any traction, why you are not getting any traction, why people are not accepting your connection requests, why you're not getting eyeballs from recruiters who are recruiting via LinkedIn. And reason is very simple. Most of these profiles, as I said, 97% profiles are somewhat inactive because you create a profile and you just do not know what to do with it. It's very different from Facebook. It's very different from Snapchat or Instagram. You have to have a strategy when you go onto LinkedIn. What exactly do you want to do? How do you want to project your profile in a professional manner so that your profile receives eyeballs? And the process is called LinkedIn profile optimization. So LinkedIn is basically a search engine. It's like Google. So what Google does, and I keep repeating that because every time I do these live sessions, I have new people joining in. What Google does, Google is the information it spits out is basically based on the information that we provide to Google. So websites provide data, other information, infographics, videos, all these kind of content which is now available on Google. If you send a query to Google in Google search, Google throws out the best possible results based on your demography in front of you. LinkedIn works on the same principle. LinkedIn has very, very intelligent algorithm which works based on the data that you provide. And your data is provided in different areas. So, for instance, your keywords in your headline, your about summary, your experience, your location, all that really helps LinkedIn to understand your objective, who you are, what you want to do, where do you want to go from here. Um, Sadiq, how are you from Oman? Thank you very much for joining in. I hope you all are with me and will stay with me until the end of the session. The sessions are short, it's usually 25 to 30 minutes altogether. And the idea is to share what you can do with your LinkedIn. So if you are one of those people who have joined in and struggling to understand how it works, probably you should try to learn it. And now with YouTube and Google, learning is there. You cannot really say that I don't know how this thing will be done. So either you go on to LinkedIn, find some courses, pay for those courses, find some courses on other platforms, do it, or alternatively, you can hire people like myself, people who understand LinkedIn, who have been doing LinkedIn profile revamping, writing, and optimization for clients. Like I have clients from Saudi, from Switzerland, from US. Uh, Really, location doesn't really matter. And these clients are in three basic categories, and these users are in three basic categories. One is the job seekers, which is the largest category. The other is B2B and B2C, companies that are looking for business, individuals that are looking for business opportunities. And the smallest category is the influencers, who really are not looking for business, who are not really looking for job, but they are interested um, in influencing people. So something like um, um, Simon Sinek, for instance, or Anthony Robbins, they are there and they are really contributing a lot in this space. All right, so what do we do? Um, I I suggest if you have if you know the first thing that let's do a health check right now. Whoever is with me now, can you please quickly look at who viewed your profile, the number of who you viewed your profile? If you click on Home on LinkedIn, on the left-hand side, underneath your picture and headline, there's a hyperlink which says who viewed your profile. There is a number besides that. Can you type that number in comment box for me, please, and see and share how many people have viewed your profile. This is the basic health check that we do when we are working with our clients. So if you do that, I can quickly uh, analyze your profile's health and share some thoughts on it. So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? How many views did your profile get in the past 90 days? All right, we have few numbers. Umar 287, Vinay 49, Talat 238. Great. Ajmal 38. Who else? So even if we take this number, uh, well, the highest number is 287 in 90 days. If we let's take 300 as a round figure, that's 10 views in a day, or 100 views. Well, technically 100 views in a month, right? So just compare it. Compare it. I have about, well, close to 12,000 views in the past 90 days. 12,000 views in the past 90 days. So why do you think you have, Fazan, only 12 views? That's nothing. So actually, if you compare it with my close to 12,000 views in 3 months, which means 4,000 views in a month, and compare it with your views, you can see that there is something wrong, something that can be done to improve your views. All these profiles, well, I would think 238 and 287 are not that dormant, but anything otherwise is actually technically marked dormant by LinkedIn. So if you are out there and you have a profile, really doesn't mean anything. Really, does it? I mean, if the profile, hello Bilal, walaikum salam from Mecca. If you have a profile and really not doing anything with your profile, what is the point in having a profile? You have a profile, you browse it, and you get bored, right? Because it is not really helping you do things that you really want to do. Bilal, weekly 40, which means 120 in a month. Uh, okay, but I just wanted to compare it with my profile views, which is close to 12,000 in 90 days, or about 4,000 good views in a month. But even in my case, that does not happen overnight. There was a strategy behind it, and all my business, all my connections, everything is built based on um, how profile has been performing. So I would know if I don't get business leads or I don't get enough business leads, there is something wrong with the profile. Same thing goes for you. For anybody who's looking for a job and doesn't really get any traction, probably the biggest reason is that the profile is inactive and you don't really uh, do much to activate the um, activate the profile. So LinkedIn profile optimization is a process that kicks LinkedIn's along to index your profile for LinkedIn search in an appropriate manner. So, for instance, if you are well, I think like Mohammad Faizan is an ACCA, so he is in the accounting profession. It can be auditing, compliance, financial accounting, financial management. And if your profile is not properly indexed on LinkedIn, your profile will not get traction. So what you need to do is to work around your profile, improve its searchability by improving keywords, by doing a lot, activating all the features that LinkedIn provides you. And based on that, you will see that gradually LinkedIn will start kicking your profile up in search. But that's a process. In most of the cases, what I see when I work with clients, clients do not have a set goal for their LinkedIn. LinkedIn, as I said earlier, it's not Facebook. You're not there for fun only. You can be there for fun, but the fun has to be associated with learning. So you have to learn when you follow people. Now, who do you follow? Why people are not connecting with you? All these questions are valid questions. Instead of saying that nobody follows me, nobody connects with me, nobody accepts my invite, you have to kind of take a step back and think, why is it not happening? So, for instance, if somebody connects with me and say, I am unable to find a job, I ask, why do you think you haven't been able to find a job? If you know the answer, that then you will be able to work around a solution. And this is the role of people like me, people who do LinkedIn profile optimization professionally, to work with clients and work with them on their goal setting, work with them on branding, work with them on keywords, work with them on creating a compelling about section, and work with them on fixing LinkedIn's settings so that the profile becomes more visible um, in LinkedIn searches. And on top of everything, I also provide a 30 minutes coaching for those who need it. So uh, if you are really interested in taking the benefits of uh, the great opportunities out there on LinkedIn, um, the first step is to strategize. Ask this question: why am I on LinkedIn? What do I want to achieve out of it? And what are the resources that I really want to put um, into my LinkedIn? And once you have answers to that, you can always come back to me and we can discuss it further. At this stage, if you have any questions, I'll be available for next approximately 10 minutes on live, and I'll be happy to respond to your questions. You can type your questions in the comments and I'll pick those questions up online here. So who wants to go first? Any questions? Any questions for me on this session? So far, what we discussed is that there is a huge pool of jobs available on LinkedIn. Of course, there could be different type of jobs and different numbers in different demographies. But there are 722 million LinkedIn users I kept saying the wrong number. It's 722 million users and almost 14 million jobs available. Mushisha, how can we use LinkedIn for leads? The first stage is that you have to target, like in any social media, you have to target exactly what do you want, what services are you offering, or what product are you selling. And using LinkedIn, you have to build that community around you, build that trust. I'm not sure what product you are in. Can you please write it so that I'll. Vinay, LinkedIn Premium, you had very low. So Mushi, please tell me what product you about $35 a month. All right. So in a year you will be spending about $400 on LinkedIn Premium. But if your profile is not optimized, LinkedIn Premium does not really help you because LinkedIn Premium is a tool that helps you connect with people who are not following you through its in-mail service. So once you have Premium, then you can connect with those people or write an inbox to them. But when you write to them, if they come on your profile and your profile is not optimized, then LinkedIn Premium would not help you. So I have a number of clients, and you can see my own profile also. I don't have a LinkedIn Premium, and still I get about 12,000 views in a month. So LinkedIn Premium helps, but LinkedIn Premium can only help if you have invested in your profile. So what I suggest, and I tell this to my clients all the time, if you have LinkedIn Premium and if you haven't optimized your profile, you're just throwing away your hard-earned money to LinkedIn. So if you are interested, keep giving it to LinkedIn and you're not going to get any benefit out of it. And if you are not really looking at throwing out that money, then first invest in optimizing or revamping your LinkedIn profile. I hope I've answered the question. What is the unemployment figure, Ajmal? In Canada, the job market keeps moving up and down. At the moment, there are about 20 million people unemployed, according to pretty recent data. A lot of jobs here are seasonal jobs, so it's a very different dynamics altogether, job dynamics. Usha, recruiters leads. Do you mean how can we get leads without premium account? Yeah, premium account doesn't get you recruiters leads. Recruiters means recruiters reaching out to you for a possible opportunity, right? This is what I can think that you are asking. So if your profile is optimized and when recruiters are doing their Boolean search, the chances for optimized profiles appearing in their Boolean search is much higher. So what recruiters use, they use a tool by LinkedIn, which is a very expensive tool. They pay a lot of money for subscribing to that tool. It's called LinkedIn Recruiter. LinkedIn Recruiter provides them uh, flexibility to look for people based on their criteria, whatever criteria they have. So they use it, and still, if the profiles are not optimized, not active, dormant, these profiles won't appear. Omar Bashir, I have about 26,000 connections on LinkedIn. But if you are trying to link it up with views, all connections do not, well, your connections and your views are not intertwined. So, you can have very few connections and very good views. You can have too many connections and hardly any views. So, there's a science behind that. Um, any more questions? We have 4 minutes, 4 more minutes in the session. I request everybody who has stayed with me on this session, please leave a comment. How did you find the content of this live session? Was I did the points that I gave you any uh, did the point trigger any thought process? Did you learn anything of this session? I'll be happy to share those views on my post. I will tag you so that other people also see your profiles. Um, so please comment on the post as to how useful the session was, short session was for you. Did it open up some of the avenues for you, thinking avenues as to how you should be able to look at LinkedIn profile going forward? Thank you very much, Shazad, for your continuous appreciation and encouragement. Abdul Rahim, what is the importance of LinkedIn Premium? So it's a good question. I think I've already addressed this question. I can go on briefly for you. LinkedIn Premium provides you a facility by which you can send in mails to people you don't know. It's very simple. But at the end of the day, if your profile is irrelevant to those people, you are not going to get an interaction. So what I always suggest people who are looking for LinkedIn Premium, I always tell them to, instead of wasting their money into LinkedIn Premium, they should first invest. Um, into improving their LinkedIn profile, optimize it. They may not even need to spend money later on LinkedIn Premium. Probably they will if they are actively looking for job and wants to use in-mail service. Then LinkedIn Premium is useful. Otherwise, if you have, well, the story I tell people, okay, you have a shop in a very expensive mall, and you don't have any product to sell in the shop. Nobody will come and browse. People won't come. So uh, by taking premium, um, well, shall I write LinkedIn Learning? So the thing is that if you know what you want to do with it, the basics are, um, if you are out there and you are looking for opportunities, then these opportunities are out there for those people who have an optimized LinkedIn profile. Umar Bashir, you have sent another question. Let me scroll down. I don't see any other question. The only question I had, I think I've already addressed that from you. Um, Bisma, a lot of jobs are working from home anyways these days, but you have to be in Canada, and if you're looking for Canadian job market, you have to be in Canada to be able to track onto the. How to know your profile is active or passive, active or dormant, not passive, active or dormant. The basic criteria is who viewed your profile. If your numbers are pathetic or bad or not good, whatever word do you want to use for it, then of course, I mean, you would know, right? If you're not getting connections, if you send out connection requests, nobody accepts it. If your profile views are low, very low, um, then of course your profile is inactive. If I could probably look at your profile now, Mushi. Let me see if I could quickly browse through your profile. Um, if I could, then I'll probably be able to give you a response straight away. Just bear with me. All right, Mushi, your profile doesn't look great because you hardly have used your headline keywords, and you have hardly used your about summary, right? So you have only have like 2.5 lines in your about summary. And I can also quickly help you with you're very inactive on content wise also. Your content is not targeted. So these are some of the things that when I work with client, I help them holistically. So completely revamping the whole strategy. That's why I start with a goal setting exercise. So so Mushi, if you are interested, connect with me. I post things around LinkedIn, and if you're interested, we can talk about how we can help you in optimizing your LinkedIn profile. All right. So with this, we are already 2:32. If there are no other questions, yes, Junaid, thank you very much. Um, we need to work. You all need to work. We all need to work, and it's a work in progress for a lot of us. Um, Searching for job is a full-time job. Okay, remember this. Searching for a job is a full-time job. If we are not doing it full-time, it means that we are not really interested. If we are not interested, then job will not fall into our laps. We really have to work hard, work strategically towards towards searching for a job. So thank you very much. Yes, Mushi, thank you very much. You can connect with me. I'll be happy to accept your invite. And anybody in this group, the people who have joined me, if you're interested in me looking at your profile, I can do it. No commitment as such. I can quickly let you have the feedback on your specific profiles. And if you are interested anyway in having your profile optimized, we can always talk about it. With this, so thank you very much for joining in, Hamas Siddiqui, LinkedIn profile optimization professional. I don't like to use word expert that much anymore. So professional. Signing off from Ontario, Canada. Hopefully, you will join me and continue your journey towards success with me, or with anybody who is helping you in your career. Um, all right. So thank you very much. And there is a small opening up. Well, it's opening up now. Inbox me, and I'll be happy to respond. Anybody who's interested in having a profile review done in this group, please inbox me, and I will do a quick review of the profile. And in the meantime, um, thank you very much for joining in, and enjoy this small clip.